Entire country beaming with pride as we continue to celebrate the matriculants of 2022, scoring an 80.1% pass rate. We'll go through the provinces in a little while, but this wouldn't have been possible without the dedicated and supportive teachers. Tough few years for them as well. Let's get the thoughts then of how they're feeling. SADTU General Secretary Mugwena Maluleke joining us this morning. And good to have you on the show, and always good fun to get your thoughts on the matric. So 80.1%, and I imagine you're overjoyed with the results. Oh, Mr. Maluleke, just stop for a second. I think you've muted yourself. There we go. Go. Let's go again. Mr. Maluleke, I'm sorry, we seem to be dropping your audio for a second. Maybe just start that answer again for me. I'm not sure. I can see you are unmuted. Welcome to the joys of Zoom. Maybe just pick up that answer again. My apologies. Let's try one more time.
Okay, can you hear me now?
I've got you. Let's go for it.
Okay. So good morning to you and good morning to your viewers at home, and thank you for having us. Indeed, we are celebrating the hard work of our teachers and our students, and we want to congratulate all of them. We have seen them, we have lived with them, we know the experience that they've gone through, and therefore it is worthwhile for us to be saying congratulations, go out there and conquer.
Yeah, and they can now, especially with those results, 80.1 overall. And while I have Mr. Maluleke with me, what I want to do is just take a look in just a moment. I'm going to go through the provinces for you as well. And while we're getting ready to show everyone the breakdown of the provinces, Mr. Maluleke, the Free State seemed to have an incredible run, almost 4% higher than any other province. How do you think they were able to pull that off? Because there have been issues in the Free State in the past.
Yes, there have been issues, but obviously I always go back to what I said some years ago when I was saying just wait and see what's going to happen about Free State, because when they were working on really building the fundamentals from the grade R, I was part of that particular process where I have said this is how you approach education. You don't start education in grade 10. You have got to make sure that you build and invest in grade R so that you don't encounter problem at grade 10. So yes, congratulations to the MEC and the teachers and the unions in the Free State. Whilst they may be having some problems and continue to have, they don't have the money. So they were not going to wait until grade 10 to then take the children to the camps. They had to do the right thing, build the skills in foundation phase.
And let's talk about how important that foundation phase is as we get into the matric years as well. Let's just remind everybody of the numbers that we're looking at as far as the breakdown of the provinces is concerned. So we gave you the overall pass rate, 80.1, and here's what it looks like as far as the SA government Twitter account looks like. You can see there's been a lot of celebration and a lot of congratulations for the top achievers in the various subjects as well. You've seen Panyaza Lesufi also congratulating the team as well. And there it is, one of our top team members here bringing it up for us. All the provinces have improved, so let's go from top to bottom. The Free State, 88.5, Gauteng, 84.4, KZN in third, 83, Western Cape, 81.4, Northwest, 79.8, Eastern Cape, 77.3, Mpumalanga, 76.8, in eighth place, the Northern Cape, 74.2, and Limpopo in ninth, but still above 70%, 72.1% as well for all the provinces. So, Mr. Maluleke, I do, off the back of that, looks like impressive results. You're aware, I'm sure, of the criticism from one of the from the DA, is one of the corners of society in the country, claiming that actually this is much lower because this doesn't take into account the dropout rate. What did you make of that comment?
Well, we must accept that there will always be criticism, and those particular criticisms, some of them are constructive, and therefore we need to take them positively so that we are then able to improve, especially in terms of the retention. We have seen that the dropouts is declining. The rate of dropout is declining in the country, but we also know why there is a dropout. The dropout is as a result of socio-economic issues that our parents are experiencing, and therefore, more than blaming education, we need to be able to say, how do we work together to ensure that the economy is inclusive, and therefore it creates jobs. So that's what we're supposed to be doing. So we really appreciate any person who raised issues around education, because education is a societal issue, and then we cannot stop people from criticizing. We are dealing with dropouts, we are dealing with issues of retention and repeating of the learners, and therefore it's critical that we appreciate that those are the problems that we have got to resolve. Therefore, as far as we're concerned, it is that the dropout is declining. We are seeing the numbers increasing, and where they drop out is as a result of the input from other grades. And we also see the rise in college enrollment, and therefore we need to be able to say some of our learners are able to branch out at grade 9, grade 10 to be able to follow some of the technical skills.
And Mr. Maluleke, as I leave this last question to you, just in closing briefly, what do you want as SATU this year? Because teachers always paramount to getting results like this for the pupils. What support do you need as a union, and do your members need this year to do an even better job from government?
We need a financial relief for education as a whole. We need to make sure that we increase the money for teacher development, even increasing the hours of teacher development, because we can see the hard work of teacher development. And also we need to, formalize grade R, because we know that this particular class of 2022 was assisted on the fact that they came from grade R, and therefore this is very critical that we formalize their condition of services and making sure that they are indeed the anchors of our education. And also we cannot afford austerity measures. Clearly is that infrastructure has a bearing on some of the schools' performance, and then we need to address that. Those are the three major things that we would want to see in the education in support of our teachers. And again, congratulations to the class of 2022.
Yeah, couldn't agree more. And despite all the hardships, those are still the results that they managed to get through as well. The provinces behind me are doing incredibly well. As SATU General Secretary, Mr. Maluleke, always good to get his thoughts off the back of the matric results.